The CEO smirked and said, "Your Honor, I'll pay the fine and be on a jet by noon." He had no idea what was coming next. Paul Granger, tech billionaire and CEO of a massive logistics company, was being sued by 42 former warehouse employees, all laid off without notice. They weren't just fired. They were cut off mid-shift. Doors locked behind them. Some even had personal items trapped inside. Most were single parents. A few were older workers who had been with the company for 20-plus years. The company had posted record profits, but replaced humans with automation overnight. And now Paul sat in court in a $5,000 suit, legs crossed, sipping sparkling water. When the judge asked him to respond to the workers' claims, Paul leaned into the mic and said, "I did what every smart businessman would. Robots don't ask for lunch breaks." Gasps echoed across the courtroom. The judge, an older, composed man named Judge Holloway, narrowed his eyes. "Mr. Granger, these are people. They weren't given time to prepare or find other income." Paul chuckled. "With all due respect, they weren't my responsibility once they were off the payroll." One of the workers, Maria, a mother of two who had worked there 16 years, quietly cried into a tissue. That's when Judge Holloway leaned forward. "Mr. Granger," he said, voice calm but ice cold, "I've reviewed the case, and I've decided not to fine your company." Paul raised an eyebrow and smiled smugly. Instead, the judge's tone changed. "I'm sentencing you to 90 days of community restitution." Paul blinked. "You'll spend 3 months working in a food bank, side by side with laid-off workers, the ones your decision displaced." The courtroom fell completely silent. Paul sat up straighter. "You're joking, right?" The judge looked down at his papers. "You will wear a name tag. You will report daily. You will not delegate this task, and every hour will be logged publicly." The workers couldn't believe it. One man whispered, "He's actually making him feel it." Paul's voice cracked. "Your Honor, I can pay. This is embarrassing." The judge nodded. "Good, that's the point." He banged the gavel. Paul stood there stunned. His world of power cracked wide open by a sentence no money could buy his way out of. As the courtroom emptied, Maria turned back and said gently, "We don't want revenge. Just to be seen." Paul didn't answer. But for once, he didn't laugh either. If Judge Holloway's sentence gave you chills, please like, subscribe, and share, because sometimes justice doesn't cost millions, just 90 honest days.